This one I actually do like very much. It's the Kung Fu Panda Christmas special, I think, is very heartwarming in a way, because you've got Po, who is now the Dragon Warrior. Like, this is after the events of the first movie, and so now he has to basically, take on the responsibilities of the Dragon Warrior. So it's up to him to set up this dinner for all, the other warriors that are going to come here, and it has to be done exactly to the right traditional detail and everything like that. The only problem is that on the same day, his father is going to be hosting, a special dinner for all the people who are basically going to be lonely at Christmas, effectively. And so, they obviously cook together, do everything together, and this is going to be the first time that, his father is basically going to be alone, which, you're going to feel really bad for him, because now, and also, it's this really interesting thing, Po has got this massive responsibility now, you've seen this, throughout Kung Fu Panda, this whole, effectively, the responsibilities of the Dragon Warrior and, basically being himself. Mm-hmm. And so this continues on, this whole struggle. And dare I say, I think, they've actually picked a really good, thing to go on. Does he continue, the traditions of, of his family business and, helping those others in need? Or does he basically go on and, to fulfill, this whole, sensational dinner and everything like that? And he comes up effectively with the scheme to, sell all the chefs in China to effectively say, oh yeah, these are all right, but they're not very good. And he's trying to put up a scheme to, give his the golden ladle to his father so that he can do it. But he turns it down to say, look, I've got all these people that are not going to have anybody at Christmas, and I don't want to do this dinner, and I expect you to be there too. So Poe ends up being very conflicted. So he ends up making amends with one of the chefs who he accidentally basically shamed, and and then the guy had to end up trying to kill the Dragon Warrior, basically, to retain the honor of his village and his family and everyone like that. But he somehow manages to sideswipe him and get him into doing all the dinner and everything like that. And eventually, when he finally gets to the dinner, he basically says, look, I can't go through with this, and then just walks away. And but he then goes back, but then all the other warriors come over to his family's residence and say, yeah, we want to dine with you too, because this looks like a lot of fun. So they do that. And I just think that it's a really great special, and I would urge anybody to watch it, because it's so heartwarming and it's so understanding, and it really does understand the conflict between Po the Dragon Warrior and Po the panda, effectively, and his roots. So I think very well done, in my opinion.
I love this special so much. It is a Christmas special that gets into the heart of the season. It doesn't have anything to do with Santa Claus. It has nothing to do with finding a Christmas gift. It has nothing to do with, I have to prepare for the holidays in this particular way with decorations and all that kind of stuff.
It was the easiest thing they could have done in this situation, wasn't it? But they didn't. They went straight for the soul.
Yes, and I love that so much because it fits with Kung Fu Panda so well. And and all of the characters featured in this Christmas special fit with their characters really well. I mean, we have Po, who's still lovable, but at the same time, he now has the responsibilities of the Dragon Warrior, which we saw in the first movie. We have Seafood, who's still basically really strict to his responsibilities. We have the Furious Five. We have Mr. Ping. So we see everybody in this special, and we also get some new characters introduced there. We got the other Dragon Warriors, and we even get this Chef Rabbit, who basically wants to regain his honor back after being shamed, and he tries to either kill Po or he tries to commit suicide, which is the typical tradition of if a ninja or if a samurai is unable to defeat their opponent, they would essentially commit seppuku, which is getting rid of themselves so that they don't feel shame about getting rid from other people who they were defeated by. And I think that that's funny that this little tiny itty bitty rabbit is trying to fight off against a giant panda. So yeah, I think that that's really, really adorable. I think this thing has the entire package. It is really funny. It's humorous. It fits with the Kung Fu Panda movies. I think that this is the total package. If you are a Kung Fu Panda movie If you're a Kung Fu Panda fan and if you have not seen this Christmas special, watch it. It is that good.
Yeah, and I mean, would we say at this point in the, I mean, obviously we got a lot more Christmas specials to go through. I mean, like, dare I say, is it kind of better than Shrek the Hall in some way? Like, or would we say like he's probably on par with Shrek the Hall?
I would say that it's on par because I would say when it comes to like traditional Christmas stuff, Shrek the Hall is the one that kind of like carries that aura and its presence to it with like getting the Christmas decorations, spending time with family, and knowing about all the trials that you need to so that you can make the people around you feel like they're in the gathering. And then of course you have this one, which even though that it is a Christmas special, it has the heart of one, which is about spending time with the people that you love. So yeah, I would say that they are really good for two different reasons.
Yeah. So, I would definitely say check this one out because, like, I mean, there's definitely a lot to get your teeth into, especially when you see a lot of people eating.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Kung Fu Panda movies, especially the first one where you get to see Mr. Pink prepare the noodle soup. And yeah, the noodles in this one look really, really nice. And I really do appreciate the fact that some of the Dragon Warriors and even Shifu himself decided to come on over and enjoy the festivities with everyone.
By the way, is this the first time that Shifu and Mr. Pink actually meet one another, actually interact with one another?
I mean, I think they may have like briefly in the other movies, but not like this.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's nice to see them both like exchange with one another. I think that's really nice.
I think that is really sweet.
Because I mean, they both have like amazing hard to play in post life, effectively. Like one's his dad, and one's basically he's, making sure he fulfills his his responsibilities as a Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, we just literally, as of the recording of this, we just literally came off fresh from watching the Kung Fu Panda 4 trailer. So we're really excited to see what the next chapter is in store for Poe and the rest of the gang. But if you're in that Christmas mood and you want to see something a little bit different, then I would say check this one out. It's really great.